Grand rising, grand rising, kings and queens, grand rising, grand rising, grand rising. I want to start off by saying I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. I know there was some rain that canceled a couple of people's events, but they got ahead and did it in the rain. I was fortunate enough to get the last speaker in the transport before the first drop dropped. So that was wonderful for me. Thank God that that happened. Other than that, had a wonderful weekend. Had a wonderful weekend. Next weekend is going to be really grand because we'll be out in Brooklyn and in Jersey with Brand Nubian. And that show, that festival is going to be just excellent, full of top ranked number one stars and stuff that'll be there. Peace, China Black. Peace, peace. Hey, Jay. Peace. HJ. Peace, peace. Um, you know, when we do events, and people come out and support it, those are the people that are itching to get that hip hop back. They want that hip hop back because hip hop is actually being stolen. I would say, I have to say it's being stolen because it's not in the rightful hands. It's not in the hands of the people, the creators that actually started. It's not in their hands, and so that's why it's considered stolen. So when we do these events and when we go out and we spread the history and the truth, that actually keeps it alive. That actually brings about awareness to the actual creation and the beginning. So keep on doing that. Keep on supporting and keep on making sure that hip hop stays in our culture and make sure that it stays to the rightful owners, of hip hop. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys coming into the challenge, and I really need you guys to start sharing and subscribing and sharing. That's one of the things that's definitely going to build the platform up so that we can actually do things. We can actually move some buttons and move some crowds and move some things. So I just need you guys to share and subscribe. A lot of things happen this weekend. Hold on. Hey, I got a nice caller. Peace. Yeah, I'm on live right now. I wish you could get on. I wish you could get on. I got you on speaker, and I wish I could get on. So
this is as good as you're gonna get me right now.
that's what it do. That's what it do.
I just got up.
Yeah.
When you're done, man, I didn't hear back from you, man.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. As soon as I get off, I had a long weekend. It was really crazy. That rain kind of scared me, and yeah. So yeah, man, because I have my equipment outside.
Oh, right.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I told you. I did tell. Yeah.
Where you was at?
Yeah, Pelham Bay Park.
Oh.
Yeah, remember I told you that. But okay. As soon as I finish, I'm not gonna be on here long. When I finish, I'm gonna hit you straight back.
All right, hit that.
Peace. Lord Jamal. That brother, man. He's really on point. A lot of people that came up in his generation and everything, they're not on point like Lord Jamal. Lord Jamal is on point, and the things he's done, at a young age, a lot of grown-ups have not accomplished yet. So salute, Lord Jamar. All right. So let's get into what this subject is. And the subject is another challenge that's gone unanswered. What is this challenge about? So I did something and said something, and the one of the gremlins, should I call, got on and said, "Oh, you weren't there, you don't know," and he wasn't there. Somebody else made a comment and he said that Phase wasn't there, and all of this stuff. And when they do that, what they're doing is they're trying to get comment out of me. They're trying to get actually varication by saying my name. That's what they're doing. They're trying to get varication of saying my name so that could be said and I say their name. But that's why I won't say their name. I won't say their name. Okay. So they get on there and they say that, and then they bring up TBB, right? And that crew, even though they're the later generation from the creation of hip hop, I actually did anniversary for them. I DJ'd the anniversary. So I have all the proof that I DJ'd at this anniversary. I have the pictures, I have video, I have the screenshots of them inviting me to come and actually DJ for this event. And so after the gremlin had put up that and said TBB, I immediately responded by saying, well, is that the same TBB that I actually DJ'd the anniversary for? So when I said that gremlin was like, huh? You didn't do that? I know you didn't do that or whatever. So what is the crazy part is, so now Dr. Columbus jumps in, okay, because it's Dr. Columbus's gremlin that actually made the comment. And so when Dr. Columbus gets in there, automatically I already know what he's doing. What Dr. Columbus is doing, he's trying to get the pictures. He's trying to get the pictures. He's trying to get the evidence. He's trying to get the evidence. So I posed a challenge to him. I said, okay, Dr. Columbus, if I show you the proof that I DJ'd for this event, for the TBB anniversary, will you stop speaking on hip hop? Will you stop? And if I cannot present this proof, this evidence, I will stop. I won't get online. I won't do anything speaking on hip hop. I think that's a fair challenge. I think that's a fair challenge. So he runs back and he says, well, I just called the president of the organization, and I just called this person, and I just called that person. They say they don't know you, and they say that I never DJ'd at this thing. So this is what he's saying. This is what he's saying. So at that point, I'm saying, okay, so you're verifying and you're saying that you spoke to these presidents and you spoke to the co-president, and they said that DJ Phase did not DJ for these events. That's what they said. This is what he said that they said. So imagine that. Now imagine just like Crazy Legs. Crazy Legs got on the Drink Champs, right? And I shouldn't even say Crazy Legs, but I just want you guys to know who I'm talking about. And because I haven't really made a new name for him yet. But anyway, so he gets on Drink Champs and he says, Disco King Mario is half Puerto Rican. Here's what he says on Drink Champ in front of all of these people. In front of all of these people, he says Disco King Mario is half Puerto Rican. Okay. So now on our channel, on the Culture Since 71, we go get Mario's family. You can't go deeper than that. If you can't get Mario, you get Mario's family. So we get Mario's family, and Mario family definitely just says it straight out. No, Mario has no Puerto Rican in his blood at all. None. He has none. No, you go back great grandfathers and all that. There's no Puerto Rican in his blood. None. So after that, then you automatically see the backpedaling and everything. But there's nothing to backpedal. The only thing that could be said was, people, I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Because you remember, a couple of years back, after A Culture Since 71 started, right? Nobody even knew about Mario. Nobody really knew. The pioneers knew, the creators knew, we knew, Bronxdale knew, all Bronxdale knew, Bronx River knew, Soundview knew, Castle Hill knew. They knew that. Monroe, Sackburn, Lafayette, they all knew. They all knew about Mario. And so when these narratives came about, everybody was like saying, what kind of narrative is this? And this is fake. This is a fake narrative. So, why do you have this fake narrative? And so, after that, then it became evident that, wait a minute, hold up. This fake narrative is must be showing signs of fakeness, because here comes this guy Mario that people haven't heard about actually come into existence and show that he's come into in existence. So that was kind of breaking down the narrative of these so-called godfathers and creators of hip hop. Okay, so that kind of did it. My shirt is kind of backing up. I don't know why it's doing that, but anyway. So it was showing that Mario was actually the real father of hip hop. He was there, for the creation of hip hop. He let us, the kids, put these breakbeat records on his turntables. He did it. Nobody else did it. Nobody else would let us do it. And nobody else wanted to do it. Nobody else wanted to play these break records. So after we had exposed that, and after we had said that on the Culture Since 71, when it was Michael Wayne TV. Those followers that know, it was Michael Wayne TV. And so when we exposed that, then they actually did get on a space. It was Africa Bambaataa, Ahmed, KRS-One, and the Funny Legs guy person. And so when they did that, they said that they apologize for putting out this wrong information about hip hop, but this is what they were told, and they have to correct this misguided history. They had to correct it. So far, we have yet to see, maybe it's out there. If it's out there, please send it to me. Let me know where it's at so I can investigate it. But I have not seen where Crazy Leg retracted that statement that Mario was half Puerto Rican. I have not yet seen him actually bring that to existence. He hasn't actually said that he made a mistake or he had the wrong information or any of that. He hasn't did that at all. So so when he did that and I showed that to Dr. Columbus, then he started, going into all of these other things. And so the crazy thing about it is that you see his actions by what he said. So he says that, oh, I deleted his comments. Now, why would I delete his comments when when the people are looking at him incriminating himself? Why would I, DJ Phase, delete his comments? His comments were saying, what kind of challenge is this, and what is the actual challenge, and that he does not want to put my proof up and show my proof and everything. This is what his comments are saying. So I say, okay, once again, if I show these pictures, if I show this proof, because I have definite proof of me DJing at the TBB anniversary, and if I show this proof, will you not say another word online on anywhere about hip hop? And if I don't show the proof, then I won't say anything ever again about hip hop. So I'm not worried. Not worried. I'm not even a little bit worried, because I have the proof. I know what's going on. I know what's the happenings. Okay, so I'm definitely doing it. So now, why would I take that challenge? Why would I take that challenge if I know I can't win that challenge? Because that would stop me from doing all the stuff that I do. That would actually stop me, because my credit would be gone after that. It would be gone. So that's why I even posed the challenge, because I already know. So what he wants me to do, so he writes that what challenge? Dr. Goofball, Dr. the Columbus, the challenge that we've been talking to for the last couple of comments. Then he said, because I said, well, listen, why are you coming on to my spaces, and why are you coming on to my videos and everything and making comments and everything and sitting there and watching every single thing I do? So he says, he replies by saying, the reason why I come and I watch you and I follow you is because you're talking about hip hop. But now, does that make sense, people? Does that make sense? If I'm saying the wrong information about hip hop, why would he follow that? Why would he follow someone that's giving false information about any subject? Why would he do that? Why would he do that? The answer is he wouldn't, if that's what he truly believed. If he truly believed that what I'm saying is not 100% factual, 100% the truth, he would not do it. He would not follow me. And as we all could see, him and all his gremlins, all of his gremlins follow me. They comment, they say things, or they say this, or they say that. And it's so funny. It's really, really funny. Wow, comments are blowing up. Yeah, you guys, I love you guys. I really love you guys. And I just can't tell you how much I love you guys, because you guys are in the comments and you're spitting knowledge and you're saying things and you're proving people. It's just wonderful. It's just wonderful. So I got a lot of comments so far. So I love, while I'm in the session, to at least acknowledge some of these actual comments. Okay. China Black, love you as always. Elegant, always. And I nothing but class. You have nothing but class, and I appreciate you. We're going to talk about you being a moderator soon as well, because I just found out you can have more than one moderator. Okay, so now, Lemoyne Taylor, salute to you from a 52-year-old diehard native New Yorker. Okay, I think she says something more than that. So yeah, yes, that's what she said, or he said, Lemoyne Taylor. Okay, HJ. Peace, DJ Phase. Respect to a real hip hop pioneer. Thank you. Peace, HJ. Peace, definitely. Avenge the ancestors. What's up, brother Phase and Room? Be first. Yes, definitely. Kind heart. Hello, kings and queens. Beautiful. Kareem Smith. DJ Phase, what up from Las Vegas? Las Vegas in the house. You out there with Busy B. Busy B just was on Lord Jamar's channel, and he spoke some stuff. We're going to revisit that soon. I'm a perjury till the Most High come. One love, family. One love. One love. Kindheart says, DJ Face, I would like your opinion on Double Dutch. Should it be considered a part of hip hop? Well, can it be considered? Let me put that up so other people can see that. All right. Can Double Dutch be considered hip hop? Well, for a fact, we can say that it's a part of our culture. That's without a doubt we can say. But with hip hop culture, usually it has something to do with either the music, the emceeing, the dancing, the fashion, the snaps, the lingo. So in hip hop, it would not really, to me, in my opinion, that's just my opinion, it wouldn't be considered one of the certain elements. Now, what it is that I definitely know is that they have started playing music when these tournaments, hip hop music, when these tournaments, these Double Dutch tournaments come about. So if I guess you can actually say that it's kind of honorary event. It's a kind of honorary um, initiative in hip hop. That's the best I can describe it, because do hip hop people Double Dutch? Without a doubt, and equivalent, without a doubt. Do Double Dutch participants usually be in the hoods where hip hop was created? Without a doubt. Without a doubt. So that's this basically puts it in the same realm as graffiti, because graffiti basically doesn't have anything to do with the music, doesn't have anything to do with the emceeing, and it doesn't really have nothing to do with the dancing, but it has a lot to do with hip hop fashion. It has a lot to do with the flyers. It has a lot to do with, when we were tagging our names all over the places that we've been. And especially it would be so nice if and that's why I put my banner when I DJ there in graffiti, because right there I'm marking my spot. I'm marking where I've been and what I've done and what I've contributed to. So that's a very good question, and I hope I was actually able to answer that as best that I could. Okay. Lamorna Taylor, you and your peeps break down the origins of hip hop. Make much more sense versus the commercial story I was taught when I was in junior high school. Thank you for the truth. I'm glad. I'm glad that, number one, that there are different platforms that we can actually explain the truth. Now, the problem is this. This is what the problem is. So you have a lot of narratives and commercial hip hop that actually is doing a good job of camouflaging the truth. And so when we do speak our truths, so many people are used to this fake narrative that they can't even realize and recognize the truth. And that's what's happening. Here, let me go to something. Um, okay, so one of the things that I've seen what I've seen lately is that these, and I hate to say it like that and sound like that, but certain people, I'll say that, certain people want to incorporate so many things so that they can put a claim on hip hop. One of the things that I saw the other day was this guy got on and he was saying without the record pools there couldn't be hip hop. Now, this is the crazy part about this. I have been with new record pools since the early 70s. I knew it, I knew jazz collectors. I knew all kinds of collectors of people that joined record pools. Now, record pools very seldom gave a whole album. They were usually singles. Now, there's two things about that. That if you had a break from a record pool, that means that everybody in that record pool would have that particular break. And back in the creation, that was a no-no. We scratched out the names of these records. We hunted, go far. I've been different states and stuff looking for records, looking for these records. And so that's a no-no. If somebody else got this record, then the whole time, the next thing you're going to try to do is get another record that someone doesn't have, because that was the uniqueness of being a record collector. That was the uniqueness of being a b-boy and having these break records. That was the unique talent that we acclaimed and that we had, so that we could be unique. Another thing about these record pools is the singles that they were actually sending out were records that they wanted to become popular. They wanted to become onto the radio scene. They would give it to disc jockeys, and they would be on the radio, and promotional use only type of record. These are these record pools. And so that's definitely a definite fact that record pools didn't have breaks. They didn't. They had a lot of these obscure disco records. They had rock and roll, easy listening music, whatever music of the day. They would have, and if you got to one that did have the up to date records, that were there, then you could get them, and that was it. So back to where the albums come in. When we go and we search for these records or these albums, if it's a breakbeat, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to listen to the whole album. You're not. Just that's just all beat masters, all record people know that you're probably not going to find a whole album that everything is every record is good, and that you'll play every record. So with that being said, the album that you get you're not buying for the hits that are on there. You're not. So going back to the record pool, these record pools were basically trying to break these hits. So at the time, and the record pools usually bring the records that are before they even come out. They're records that before they come out. So at the time of these pools, usually from us, what we've always said we're doing is we go back and grab those records that back in time, because those are the records that usually have the breaks on it. There was a certain time in history where those break solos were like basically every funky record had that. So those where those break records come into play. So a record pool is not gonna go back and grab these records and give them out. That makes no sense. They'll be losing money, definitely losing money. So that's why the record pools didn't do that. They didn't do that. And so when this guy got on here and he said, if it wasn't for the record pools, there wouldn't be hip hop. Those are the people that, number one, weren't there, and those are the people that are trying to add initiatives. They're trying to add anything to say that their timeline is relevant to when hip hop was created. So it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Okay, that's China Black. Okay, hold on. Let me go there. China Black says that's the same TBB who told Cologne that it was a Black American creation. Aha! Thank you, China Black. I got to get the hand claps. I'm going to get the hand claps. That's coming soon. I'm getting ready to do this whole podcast thing over. I'm thinking going to move it into another part of the studio, and I'm going to do that because I'm going to get hand claps for China Black. Okay. So yes, TBB probably did tell Cologne that it was a Black American creation. And imagine him actually putting that up, or imagine him saying that and exposing that. So if China Black, if you have that video on your possession, or you send me the link where I can actually put that into the comments and say that, please do, because that is just part of proof showing what Dr. Columbus is. That's proof to show what Dr. Columbus is and how he works. Okay, here's another one. Okay, Kindheart. Batch from TBB said Black Americans created hip hop. There you go. There you go. So, do you understand, people, why he does not want to take this challenge? Because they called me. I was minding my little old business, and TBB called me and said, hey, Phase, can you DJ for this anniversary for me? Can you do that? Can you do that? All right, can you do that for me? That's what they said. So they called me. So now imagine, to Dr. Columbus and his gremlin surprise, that the same thing that you're saying, the same thing that you're saying, the same thing that you're saying about TBB is something that I've already done, been there, and now proves that you weren't there. You were not there. You were not there to witness this anniversary. So the same thing that you brought up, Gremlin, is the same thing that proves that you weren't even there. You weren't even there. And you're bringing up these people that you weren't even there. So imagine that. Listen, all my people, all my followers, just think of what I just said. What I said is the gremlin that brought up TBB says that I didn't do it. So that proves that they were not there when I did it. That's it. Proves, the proof is right there. So now imagine them going back, people seeing the comment where they said that I did not do it, and then I have the proof showing that I did do it. What are they going to do then? Then you know how many more fake profiles they're going to come. It's going to be gremlin heaven for all the new gremlin profiles. It's going to be just unbelievable. And so that's where I say, so why would I, delete the actual incrimination to yourself? Why would I delete that? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go one more, and then I'm going to go back into the topic. Okay, it says FBA for life certified. Peace and blessings and salute to true historians like DJ Phase, who stands on truth and makes it clear that gatekeeping our priceless creations are essential. Shut down the colonizers. Wow. Another hand clap. Another hand clap for you guys. You're definitely and I can say this without even thinking about it. You're so right, and you're so on the topic that when they look at you, when they see your comment, that enrages them. It enrages them because they're saying they have no comeback. They have no comeback for that. Everything Dr. Columbus was saying, I was right there. I was right there to shut down what he was saying. Right there, shutting it down. And so they hate that. They really, literally hate that. And they're trying, because remember, let's go back to what they said that they created. Let's go back to that. Okay, so we broke it down how breakdancing, if was for actually for younger people, for the young people that were actually going against each other and showing off. That's what we were doing. And so as we got older, we didn't want to break dance against girls. We didn't want to break dance against girls. So we invented other dances that we could dance with the girls. So the whole time that we were breakdancing to the beat, to the break. That's why it's breakdancing, because we're dancing to the break. And so far, I wanted you guys to go back and look at the videos footage and see that these guys are not dancing to the breaks. They're not dancing to the beat. They're not. They're just doing these acrobats over any kind of music. Any kind of music you can use. You don't even have to have music. You can just do acrobats. And so that's not breakdancing. So now that we're even proving that they didn't create that, they have nothing else to claim. We already showed that they didn't bring from Puerto Rico or Jamaica, did they bring DJing. Didn't do it. We already proved that. We already proved that they didn't bring MCing from Puerto Rico or Jamaica or anywhere else. They didn't. We already proved that. They didn't do that. We already proved that the breakdancing that we do and we did is nothing like what you guys claim to do. We already proved that. We already proved that the fashion that we were doing since the creation of time, we were doing, we were doing that. So they didn't bring any cultural anything from any other country. So we asked them. He said, "Okay, we'll go one better. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Show us pictures of how you dressed in 1971. Has anybody seen a picture? Has anybody seen a picture of the Puerto Ricans or Jamaicans that showed the picture of 1971 or 72 or 73 or 74 or 75 or 76 or 77 or 78? And so on and so on and so on, just like the Energizer battery, it just keeps going and going and going. Huh? Nobody has seen that. And so therefore it's like they want so bad to get at us now they're angry. Now they're mad because we're exposing them. So they're mad. They're calling us racist and you're just a bad person and we're all going to get you. We're going to get you for exposing the truth. Oh God. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. And so now Dr. Cologne, because I know he's watching this now, and he's actually saying to himself, why does this guy have to do this? Why? Because he even said, oh, you're gonna do that, you're gonna do that. And and so they're frightened. They're frightened. And they have a right to be frightened. Because number one thing is that when you steal somebody's stuff, right? You have to be prepared for if they find out that you stole it, number one, and they can get it back. So that's what's happening. We're taking our culture, we're taking our creations back because obviously it was a good analogy the other day when the guy said, obviously we let you sleep on our couch and now you don't want to leave. So we let you come in, just come in and let you visit hip hop, and now you want to claim what you're a visitor to. Does that make sense? I'm asking all the gremlins now. Does that make sense? It doesn't even make sense. Okay, so with time, okay, I see I'm watching the time. I have so much stuff that I want to say and tell. Oh, let me look at that too as well. Okay. Oh yes. Okay. All right. So hey, let's work on that. So before Michael Wayne TV, only basically only a few people, you know, the definitely the people from Bronxdale, definitely the people from Bronx River, definitely the people from Soundview, definitely the people from Castle Hill, from Monroe. These people heard and witnessed Mario. Remember, because like I said, we were so tight knit, and in the very creation, a lot of people didn't know because they couldn't even get into Bronxdale. They didn't know. So that's the beginning creation. So now you have Mario, that's this great pioneer, this great DJ, this great person, because he was, and people don't know him. So the platform comes up, I think 12 years ago, 15 years ago, whatever. I don't even remember how long it's been, and so now I'm on there bringing up Mario's name. I'm shouting out Bronxdale, and people are now hearing Bronxdale and Mario. So now, remember, if the narrative that they had was only Herc, Bambata, and Flash, they didn't hear about Mario. And that's the same thing that I was saying about the event that we did a couple of Saturdays ago when I saw Smokey from Smokey and the Smokatrons. People didn't know who Smokey was. And I'm talking about some of the most of the well, not say most, the Puerto Ricans that were there, right next in Smokey's vicinity, did not know who he was. I come in, I see Smokey. I go, it can't be. We both said the same thing. It can't be you here. I haven't seen you in over 50 years. I haven't seen Smokey. And so I'm like, Smokey, like I'm saying it, and then other people, people, they see me say that, and they see me like, oh my goodness, this is Smokey. And he says, he calls out my name. He calls out my name. He says, "You're not no DJ Phase, you're my name." And as soon as that happened, people start gravitating. People start coming around and seeing. So I'm taking pictures. I'm like, oh man, I got the pictures now. I got the pictures now. And I'm taking pictures and everything, and everybody's coming over. So now people are coming over to see Smokey, to see. And now you see these people, especially the Puerto Rican people that were there, that didn't know him from Adam want to take a picture with Smokey. They want to take a picture. And Smokey even told me, he was like, I don't know these people, right? I don't know these people. And I said, yeah, me either. I said, me either. I don't know them. And so they come up and they're taking the pictures and doing it. So that's the same thing. What's going on right now. So now these people, they say that, well, I had never read about Mario. I never saw someone mention Mario. I never heard about Mario playing. That's what the main talk is, right? So when I hear them actually say just that, then I know at that point, you know why? Because you weren't there. And you don't even know the pioneers that will say it. You don't know the people that do support him. You don't know that. And so you're reaching and trying your best to actually be a part of something that you know nothing about. And that's where it comes in. That's where this challenge comes in. Because what Dr. Columbus is actually doing is saying, no, I don't want to take the challenge. I don't want you to prove me wrong, but just send the proof. Just send the proof. Just show the proof. That's trick psychology. You remember when your parents you used to be doing something and your parents say, oh, you can't do that. You can't dance. You can't play them drums. You can't do that, because they wanted you to do it. And we we're the ones that say, if you say I can't do something, you're gonna bet your bottom dollar that I'm not gonna stop until I do it. I'm not gonna stop. It was so crazy that when I was playing drums and I used to listen to James Brown records, there was a couple of times when both drummers played at the same time. There was a couple of times that this happened, that one would be playing up top and one would be playing on the bottom, and also playing, the hi-hat or something. And there was this one record where he did a quadruple bass drum. It sounded like it was just one bass drum, but it was actually two bass drums. And so I'm playing the record or whatever, and I'm thinking that it's just one drummer, and he's doing these quadruples or whatever on this bass drum. So my mom's comes in there because I'm just going at it, trying to do it. And my mom says, oh, that don't sound like the record. That don't sound like the record. And so inside of me, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. I gotta make this work. I got to make this quadruple drum bass kick on my doing. So I'm practicing all night, all day. People upstairs and downstairs was like, yo, what are you doing? Like, why is this kid playing the drums so late? And I'm just practicing, So I didn't get it. And I laid down and I woke up early because I'm going to go straight to doing it. And the first thing I did was the quadruple drum. And I'm waking up everybody in the house. Oh, get out, loud! I'm doing it. I can do it. And I did it. And so that's what happens with us. Our people, we will not stop until we get that goal that we set. And a lot of times we set the goal so high that it seems like it's unaccomplishable. Any the average person would say, no, there's no way in the world I can do that. And that's what we as a people do. And that's why they're so jealous of us. That's why they envy us so much. That's why they want to be us so much. Because we have that in us, people. And that's something that's just a talent that we have. It's just a talent. Okay. Let me see. So going back to the ages of these creators, us creators, because I have to say us. The reason why it's so hard to fathom that what we were doing is one of the reasons is this. So how can these people that didn't do it say that we weren't 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old, packing bags in ShopRite, taking bags to the cars in ShopRite, okay? The reason why they can't say it is because they never witnessed something like that. They never witnessed an 8-year-old, a 9-year-old hanging with preteens and teenagers. They never witnessed that because they could never do that. They could never do that. They could never have older elder take them under the wing and say, listen, if I got it, you got it. They could never experience that. So therefore, that's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. But that's what we do. Most of us that have older brothers and sisters or uncles or or aunts and everything, they're the ones that bring the younger people under their arms, under their wing, and say, listen, this is what you have to do. So Bronxdale was full of these elders and full of kids. So these elders would say, listen, young whippersnapper, this is what you have to do. This is how you have to act. This is how you have to dress. This is how you have to do. That's what they did. And so because they did that, a lot of people can't understand that. They cannot fathom that, wow, that's what they were doing. That's what we were doing. Just the other day, I thought about it. My mom, I was so young that my mom's had to drive down the street from Bronxdale to PS 47, which is down Beach Avenue and down St. Lawrence Avenue. And this one day, James Brown was going to do a record signing, not a book signing, a record signing in Brooklyn. And I had all the information, and I wanted to get out there to Brooklyn. But my mom said that she had to work and she couldn't take off, and I had to go to school. So she couldn't take off and take me down there to see James Brown. All right. It's so crazy. So she pulls up to the door in 47. If all those that know the door that we used to go in on Beach Avenue at PS 47. She goes in And I mean, she drops me off at the thing, kisses me, and I go and I open the door and I go in. Now, what she would do is wait a few minutes so she could make sure that I was inside of the building. So what I did was, if anybody knows 47, I walked up the stairs and I looked out the window to see when she pulled off. So she pulls off, and the first thing I do is run back downstairs. I run back downstairs, and St. Lawrence train station. Everybody knows St. Lawrence train station is right there. Back in the days, you didn't jump over it. You went under it. You went under the turnstile at the train station. So I go down the under the turnstile, and I jump on the 6 train. Now, those who know the 6 train know that back in the 70s, the 6 train would go all the way to Brooklyn. So it was just one train that I needed to get to Brooklyn, Borough Hall, to where the record store was. So I get to the record store, and there he is, my idol, James Brown in the flesh. He's there, right there in front of me. So nobody asked me anything, how I got there or anything. They just was like, saw me looking at James Brown like, I cannot believe it. I couldn't. And now well, back then I knew that there was such thing as being shocked, and because you're seeing your idol. So I see him, and then slowly but surely, I get up the courage to walk over to where he's at. So he goes, "Hey, young man," he says, "Hey, what you doing? What you doing?" And I'm humming. So get it out, get it out, DJ, get it out. And so I said, okay, um, uh, I love your music or something in that manner. Oh, you do or whatever. He says, well, can you dance or whatever? And out of anything, I didn't know what else to say, but I said, I play the drums. And he said, you play the drums? And I said, yes, I play the drums. He says, well, how good are you? He says, how good are you? And I'm thinking I'm the best in the world, so of course I'm going to say, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I play this, and also my cousin was Sugarfoot from the Ohio players. So I let him know that, I've been playing with Sugarfoot, and I'm with the Ohio players doing it. And I played that and everything. So he goes, oh, really? He says, well, we gotta sign you up. So when I need a drummer, I'm gonna come and get you. So now, of course, my head is going doo, 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 like that, right? And so he gets these records that the guy had. I guess it was a manager or whoever he was, and he signs the records. And I still have the records. I'll bring the records and show you guys the records. And he gives them to me. So now I'm stuck. So he asked me, he says, well, where are your parents? Where tell them to come up. So, like the Bronx Dale whippersnapper that I am, I said, she's in the car. And so he knew that, there was no parking spaces really in front of the thing. So he understood that she just sent me in. My parent just sent me in to actually talk. So now I get these records, right? And I get back on the train under the turnstile, and I'm on my way back. Now, this is the catch. So the train stopped at Brooklyn Bridge and let everybody out of the train at Brooklyn Bridge. So I'm standing on the platform, And I look across the platform on the other side, and there is our African arts teacher, Mrs. Warren. She changed her name to Mrs. Major. Till this day, if I find you, Mrs. Major, you squealer, you know. She calls my name, and she says, "Well, who are you?" So remember, Brooklyn Bridge has the staircase that goes around over the tracks. So she says, stay there, stay right there. So in my mind, I'm going, oh God, well, I'm in so much trouble right now. I'm in so much trouble. So she comes, she goes, where's your, she calls my mother's name because she knew my mother like really good. So she said, where's my mother? And so I said, I didn't know what to say, point blank. So she says, come on. So she has my mother's work number. So she gets to the payphone and she calls my mother on the phone. And so I could hear my mother in the background go, what? He's where? And, and she said, so Miss Major's like, yes, calm down. I'm getting ready to bring him back up there now. I'm not even going to go where I was going to go. I'm going to bring him back there. So all you guys know the ending of that story. That's what happened to me at the end of that story. But I tell that story to say that that's one thing that we do. I was determined to go see James Brown. I was determined to go see James Brown. And I went and did that. And so we're determined now to preserve our legacy, to preserve our culture, to preserve our creation. And that's what's happening. And they don't want it to happen. They really do not want it to happen. Okay, so I'm going to take a couple of more comments, and then I'm out because I have so much to do preparing for this weekend. Robert Rand, we brought dance straight from Africa. It's called the ring shout. I can probably say I agree, because the reason why I say I can partially agree is this. The rhythms, without a doubt, I can say that the rhythms came from wherever they came from, and that's inside of us. But I would have to say, the whole concept of Africa, being the only one where people were placed, I'm still not sold on that. I'm really not always sold on that. So we'll let that ride. I see somebody. I see some before life's FBA for life certified. He says, I'll put that up there. I'll put that up there. So he says, Nurse Columbus colonizer and his minions, wobbly legs, and Joe Clownzo, Randy, think that running to black microphone check constitutes a receipt. Liars exposed. You see what they did. You see what they attempted to do for microphone check, because they're very, 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 very scared of that. They're so scared of microphone check that it's just unbelievable. how they're so scared of it, because in microphone check, no matter how it was, they definitely exposed the narrative for being fake. They 100% expose the narrative as it being a fake. And so that's why they're 100% fearful to let that happen, to let that come out. Okay, Robert Rand he's going in. He's going in, and I'm gonna put this up because you know, I, oh boy. Okay, so Robert Rand says Busy Bee is a liar, saying he wasn't present when Mo D went off on his biting ass. Well, what I can say in Busy Bee's defense, what I can say, because I was actually there. And so I can't say anything that people say or relay. I can't say that. But what I can say in Busy Bee's defense, for no doubt, what I saw was Busy Bee got up. He hyped the crowd up. He had the crowd going. He was doing his thing and everything, and he had the crowd up. He had the crowd up. And so when he had that crowd up and was rocking, when he gets off the stage, I witnessed this. When Busy got off the stage, he did disappear. Now, he's 100% correct when he says that the sound system and everything was downstairs under the what would have been the stage or whatever. And so us, the DJs and everything would go to try to put that tape in that single cassette player. Okay. It wasn't a double cassette, it was a single cassette player. And so everybody would try to do that. Or if you had a good box, a JVC or a Sony box or a Sharp box, one of the boxes that had the phono input, we would definitely try to grab that and put the input from the output of the mixer or whatever, the mixing board or whatever it was for the output. And so we would definitely run down there and do that. So I did see a couple of boxes that were linked together to make this tapes or whatever. So I must admit, and I got to tell the truth about it. Then, from going down there, then I did hear Kumo D when he got on, and the crowd going, they're going wow, like as if Busy Bee came back and started them doing it again. That's what I didn't understand. So we didn't even know, I didn't know what Kumo D was actually saying. So when I came back upstairs and I seen and heard what he was saying, my first thing was to say, let Busy Bee respond, because he wasn't there doing this battle. He wasn't there to say that this was actually a battle. He was not there to say that. And I believe in my heart that if Busy Bee thought it was gonna be a battle between anybody, especially Kumo D, that he would have said in one of the rhymes. He would have said in one of the rhymes that he's there to battle. He's there to take the, to battle somebody. I believe that's what he would have said. So after Kumo D's actual, rhyme thing and performance, then the as we look at it now today, Busy B should have got back up on the stage and did what he did, because that's how battles were done back in those days. That's what the person would get on the mic and they would say that, and then the other person would get on the mic and say some rhymes that whatever, because they'd be done studied the rhymes, because they know the battle's coming up anyway, so they'd be done studied the rhymes. And so that person would do that, and usually if it's that kind of battle, and it's with the crews, then they would get just one turn. If it was just like one or two people in the crew, or just one person, then they might go back and forth a couple of times. They might go back and forth. But in this situation, Busy Bee did not have a chance to go back and respond to what Kumo D had said. So that I must, in Busy Bee's defense, that's one thing that I must say. I really must say. Okay. Satchel Cage says all the other elements are generic categories. Breaking is the only element that's specific. I can't say that I can't agree with that for hip hop culture. I can't say that, because number one, the records that the DJ selects determines that it's hip hop. The lingo in which the MC speaks is hip hop. The fashion that is worn during and around the event is hip hop. The dancing is dancing until it's a hip hop dance. So look at all the different dancing that are there. So you can't specifically say that this dancing is just this. You can't say that. Well, I know, in my opinion, you can't say that. You can say whatever you want to say, but you can't really just say that it's just specific, for that reason that so many other things can be done with dancing. So many other things can be done with DJ, and so many things can be done on the mic. Now, the one thing that I might say is just specific for hip hop is the snapping. Snapping is something that our culture, the creators of hip hop, were doing regardless. We were doing that regardless before hip hop came, and when during hip hop came, we were definitely doing that. So I guess that's part of the lingo that determines if it's hip hop. Okay. All right. It's almost time for me to break it down. Man, I got so many. Oh, thank you guys. Oh, let me put that up too as well. Okay. Let me put that up. Um, where is that at? Okay, yeah, let me put that up. Okay. So back to the actual challenge. So Dr. Columbus will never admit that, number one, he was wrong. He was wrong. He was wrong with a lot of stuff that he has, and he's been proven wrong. And he'll never admit that. He'll never say, I was wrong. And that's the classy thing to do. That's the gentleman thing to do. Because no matter what, he starts saying, oh, that it's so terrible that you could be like this, and you're being racist, and you're against the people, and he tries to turn the people to say, oh, that this guy is not real, or he does every trick in the book that he can do, that Dr. Columbus can think of. Instead of just saying, look, thank you for allowing us to visit. Thank you for accepting us, because we didn't have to accept him. We didn't. And so if he would say that, then I would probably take my foot off his neck. I would. I really would. And, I wouldn't say and bring up, because, I'm not that. I really am not that. I'm not. But one thing that I am, I'm not going to let you take anything from me. We're just not built like that. We're not. We're not built like that. And that's just point blank. We're not built like that. Like, we're just not. And so, because we're not built like that, a lot of people don't understand that. And that's just it. Okay. Let's go. I'm going to take some other people here. Melanated Warrior, how does a school teacher have so much time to troll? Well, see, how does a school teacher have so much time to troll? Yeah, I could never answer that. And, basically, I have not seen the proof that he is even a doctor. I have not seen that. And usually that would be one of the things that you would be boasting or bragging about, that you have your doctorate and what your doctorate is in. So I haven't seen that. So that's still to be heard and seen, So we're gonna let that rock, okay? Renee LaRock, Melanated Warrior, his degree is from RCDC College. Okay, there's your answer. There's your answer. There's your answer. Okay, I got to take one of the China Black's ones. She's down with us. You know that. Okay, China Black says, anytime they ask you to name the crews from the beginning, they weren't there. There were no crews in the very beginning, and that's so true. We were all individual. We were individual, and crews came out later. That's just that's facts. That's facts. That's facts that crews came out later because we were individuals. We were individuals, and we were basically battling each other. That's what we were doing. We were kids. We were kids. So we were battling each other. So there were no crews. You're right. There were no crews. Okay. Okay, listen, that's about it for me. Um, I really, really, really hope that he accepts this challenge, because this, if he accepts this challenge, then he has to stop. He has to stop him and his gremlins. Him and his gremlins are going to have to stop. So please, let's start let's start saying that. Let's start saying that, to him. Okay, before you say anything else, accept the challenge. Accept DJ Faye's challenge. Before you say accept the challenge, accept the challenge. We don't want to hear anything else you want to say except that you're going to accept the challenge. And let's do that. Let's call his gremlins. Okay, let's say to his gremlins, listen, your master is not accepting your challenge. Get your master to accept the challenge. That's what you do. Get your master grower to accept the challenge, and that'll never happen. Exisal 1000. Columbus is on Gilligan's Island by himself. We respect the truth by King DJ Faze, cause we all in the same game. Same game. We're still here. We're still the ones that we are putting together the real creation. That's all. We're all one. We're that. That's who we are, us. And so if you're a visitor, don't wear out your welcome. Don't wear out your welcome. And that's what they're doing. They're wearing out their welcome. Okay. Al Stone, one last one. Not a mortal man included Rinkins wanted Puerto Rican looking shoes nor style that had anything to do with hip hop. Oh God. It's so, oh my goodness. When I think about it, and like I said, please don't think that I'm just talking about all Puerto Ricans or all Jamaicans. But I remember, and I used to always ask my parents, like, why they don't have on socks? Like, why do their ankles look like that? Why are they wearing high waters? Like, I just couldn't understand it. And for those that know and remember, do you remember the white patent leather shoes? They were these shiny shoes. Sometimes they had the little buckle thing on the front of them. And, a lot of Puerto Ricans and Jamaicans wore them. Now, the Jamaicans were more with the no wearing socks. They would just put these, so the feet were kicking. They were on fire with no socks on and these patent leather shoes. They were on fire. So they would probably be stuck to the foot with stink. It would be stuck to the foot with stink all day and on their foot like glue. So, oh my God, and so it's so, I guess, I don't know, because we never dress like that. We know better to come downstairs or go outside with high waters on. We know if we're going outside as a kid, you're not going to wear your church shoes. You're not going to wear your good shirt. You're not going to wear none of that. And so we knew that we had to basically match colors. We know that if we wear a hat, it has to go with your shirt or your jeans or your sneakers. We had to match up and match up. So, it's so understanding when you think of the people that were actually not a part of our fashion. It's just unbelievable to think that they could say that, they dressed a certain way and they brought that type of dressing to us. Right? They know. I heard that MC Shan sent a message to say that he apologizes and that he was totally wrong, and that he said he was a little tipsy, and that he was wrong when he said that. Now, just for him saying that, boosts up him back up to having some real points in hip hop. That because when he said that, to me, it was ridiculous. When MC Shan said what he said, it was absolutely ridiculous. And I'm sure later on, because like I said, we're really going hard on it now, and people are really actually seeing the truth. When I brought up the fake flyer the other day, people were texting me, calling me, inboxing me, saying, "Wow, Phase, you really explode," and it makes so much sense now. It makes so much sense. The whole narrative thing makes so much sense now. And so, they were like, "Wow, man, I can't believe that all of these years we believed in this. We believed that this is the real narrative when it totally wasn't." And so, when I brought that up and people see that, they're like, "Wow, they need this information." They said that, that it's crucial that I put this information out. And so, hey, listen. One thing that I could say is this: just like any other thing, just like DJing, just like anything, it's costly. It's costly. So when I ask for donations, I'm saying, you want this information. You need this information. You want this information. So why wouldn't you donate so that we can make it a real platform? We can make a real platform that we can get this information out and shut down the Dr. Columbuses and the Gremlins. And that's basically what it is. So when I do give this information and then I go back and I look at the Cash App and I'm like, wow, this is something else. That makes me want to stop. That makes me want to stop. Now, the people that do, love you to death. Love you to death. Because you're actually donating to the cause, to the movement. So I salute you. But then there's the other ones that are just, they're getting the information, writing down the information, taking the information, and don't even say thank you. Don't even say thank you. And that's how you say thank you. Okay. Is that it? Yeah, that's basically it. I'm going to go. I've been on there for an hour and a half. So I must go. But listen, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. I'm going to be going live on Saturday. I might do 2 more lives this week because there's some things that I would like to get out and say. So like, subscribe, and get your guy, Dr. Columbus, to answer the challenge. Put the challenge there because he's not getting any pictures or any proof without him actually answering the challenge. Peace, everybody. Everybody have a wonderful day. I'm DJ Phase, and this is what we do.